EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first of two here on Christmas Eve, the Bengals and Steelers underway on this Saturday. And no run back here on the opening kickoff. At the 25. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action, Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. The Steelers at 12-2 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, Pickett. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Pickett back to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he stops right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal on 37-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the left. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area. Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. It's brought in by Harris. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Got a nifty juke there.
Not much fun.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are once again back in front. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll give to Hunt here on the option. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down is Burrow. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six. First Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. They'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Drop for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. When the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what this group has done.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run again with Harris. And he's in.
Bengals are able to extend their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. First down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On one, ready?
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. From midfield now, Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11, 11, 11.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Herb Smith Jr., 50 yards. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A gutsy call. 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Looking deep here for Chase. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second and a couple. Now Burrow going to change things up. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. 1 yard is the gain. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the deep.
And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Kareem Hunt with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
They'll get this to about the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown in this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they do.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. A give right side now to Hunt.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
11 MT. 11.
They run again with Hunt. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Gun. Cut.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. From the right hash, this from 53. McPherson's kick is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They hand this off to Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Off play action, Pickett. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Pickett now from the gun here. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris from 17 yards out. And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And the tight end goes in motion left.
11 mighty.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down.
Well, they'll accept that penalty, and that will, of course, move the football up the field.
On 1, ready?
throwing now. Burrow on first down. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. To the air again, Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
On 1, ready?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here we go, 1st and goal.
11.
Burrow on play action. This goes out wide from Mixon. Touchdown Bengals. Joe Mixon. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock. I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
5
points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now he's loose again, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, 38 yards. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
11 coming. They gotta go,
Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Here's 2nd down. Throwing, Burrow. Complete to Boyd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr., and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance, that they're going to cherish.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to rack up the victories.